In this ortho K case, we've got a patient with a little bit of decentration to the lenses, residual refractive error, and there's also some staining on the periphery of the cornea from wearing these lenses. So I'll bring up the lens for the right eye. This is the lens that the patient's using for the right eye, and we can see there's a fair amount of refractive as well as corneal slender, not a whole lot of myopia, so we have a toric and oval design here. If we look at the post-treatment topography though, we can see based on the appearance of the reverse curve ring that this lens is rotating almost 45 degrees into an oblique axis, and so we're getting a lot of our molding in a meridian where we neither want it or need it. We want this lens to orient this way a little bit better. So to do that, it's going to be tough. I think this is a case where I would add prism. And definitely check this lens on the patient's eye to make sure it orients the way that we expect. Another thing I noticed is that here at the edge of the lens we're about 1721 microns of sagittal depth in the horizontal meridian. In the vertical we're at about 70-78, so we have almost 60 microns of a differential, which might be a little bit too much. If we look at the topo again, we can see that there's somewhat better alignment out here towards the edge of the lens, not really great at the back surface or the back edge of the reverse curve. So it's possible that the edge of this lens is too steep, it's got too much sag, it's bearing down into the cornea and propping up part of the lens over here that we want to plane a little bit better. So I think what I would do is decrease that differential, maybe build in about 40 microns. So if we're at 1721, then we'll aim for about 1761 in this meridian. And so we just want to lift this, we'll speed it up here. So pretty close. $17.62. So on the graph here, it'll look like we have way too much sagittal depth, and we're gonna, or way too little sagittal depth, way too much clearance underneath the lens. But I think it'll work out okay. We just want to see how that rotation changes with these modifications to the lens. I think the powers are fine as they are, and if this lens just situates itself a little bit better, then the patient should be able to see a little bit better. On the left side, the rotation looks a little bit more stable, but I still think there's a little bit of swiveling here that's going on. So I'd probably do the same thing for this side. Let's add prism in, and peripherally let's relieve the alignment zone a little bit. Let's flatten that out a little bit. So right now we're at 1810 and 1746, so that's a good 60 microns too. I'd probably reduce that so we're looking at closer to 40 microns differential between the horizontal and the vertical, that along with the prism. So hopefully this will get the patient seeing a little bit better, and it should also help with the staining that you're seeing. So best of luck.